Hey y'all, and welcome to this week's Whiskey Wednesday. This week we have Jesse Raub Jr. with Mistakes. This song was released way back in 2013. Two of his albums were from 2013. And since then, he's only put out about 2 singles. Now, you may not know who Jesse Raub is, but I can definitely recommend his music, and I like his music. This song, Mistakes, in my opinion, is written from the point of view of somebody who is kind of taking a turn in their life. Maybe starting to acknowledge the mistakes in their past. Maybe they've gained a little bit of maturity to realize, what they maybe did wrong or didn't do well in their past, and is kind of owning up to that, saying, I know I reap what I sow, and I can improve on what I did. Another kind of cool part of this song is how he acknowledges kind of his mentors or friends or parents, people who kept him on the right track. So this song is definitely important for kind of like those, young boys kind of turning into men and taking responsibility. Now, Jesse Raub, although I really haven't seen him live too many times, I can picture a venue that I think he would do really well in, and that's Cooter Brown's in San Antonio. His music has like a small-time honky-tonk vibe, maybe because he is kind of like a smaller artist. Definitely like that cowboy hat wearing kind of guy. Very natural, not forced music and lyrics. So Cooter Brown's has like this, it's a small bar, it's a beer joint pretty much. Real small square dance floor and like an old rickety raised up wooden stage. And I just think Jesse Raub would fit right in that kind of environment and atmosphere. Now, you'll see him in the corner over here, and he's got a black hat and like a very small kind of goatee thing. Now, let me tell you, that is not what he looks like today. Let me show you what he looks like today. You can see he's got the big, long, red beard. And actually, the day that I met Jesse Raub in Steamboat, Colorado at Music Fest, his beard was even longer than that. I mean, coming way down to his chest, kind of coming down to a point. And it's funny because he's got the red beard, he's short, and if he has the beard the right length, I swear to God, you think this guy was Cody Johnson, and they're actually buddies. Jesse Raub appears on some of Cody Johnson's songs, and vice versa, Cody Johnson appears on some of Jesse Raub's songs. So they hang out, they do cowboy shit, they write and play songs together, and I swear you could mistake one for the other if you weren't paying attention. So like I said, I did get the chance to meet him in Steamboat at the Music Fest at a venue called the Dung Beetle Saloon. It's where like maybe 1 or 2 artists get up on stage and play acoustic songs to like a very small, intimate audience. And what was cool about him was I ran into him in the hall after his performance, and I was telling him, man, I don't really know who you were, and your performance up there really like knocked me off my feet. Like, I think you're a great singer, and you have a great stage presence. And it was funny because he was telling me about like his early influences, and he was all about George Strait. I love George Strait. He's my favorite artist, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, man, I know some deep cut George Strait songs, stuff you'd never heard of. And literally standing in the middle of the hall in the Steamboat Grand, he started singing old George Strait to me. And I was like, I didn't really know what to do, because he was like serenading me in the middle of the hall in public, and we'd all had plenty of drinks, I'm sure. But it's a moment I'll never forget. The guy can definitely sing, and his inspiration comes from the right places, that's for sure. So that's it for covering Mistakes this week. I want to kind of call out one other thing. Parker McCullum does have a new song dropping on Friday the 14th. It's called Young Man's Blues. So I'm looking forward to that. He announced it on Instagram and Twitter a couple days ago. So that's definitely something I'll be writing about and posting on the website. So that's it for this week's Whiskey Wednesday. Keep an eye out on Twitter at DailyTXCountry and the website dailytexascountry.com for more Texas country information. Y'all take care.